I said I couldn't do Silver Star.
I put this on the ironing board today. Cool.
What's on the ironing board?
Yeah, isn't that cool though?
Mm-hmm. What do you have for you?
You have because you have thicker hair, so I thought you could experiment.
Jake and Olivia are gonna bring their dog over soon.
Yeah, see, look up. Ooh.
Maybe like next weekend or.
Turn your camera off. I'm recording.
My camera's on again?
Yes, it's dark. Do you have the lights on?
The lights are on. I don't know what the deal is.
It was dark. I can tell it was you. Yeah, I can tell it's you. Okay, there it is. That's better. Even though I can see the blue screen in your glasses because your camera's still on.
No, that's actually my glasses.
I can see No, I can see the monitor reflected in your glasses. Or the monitors.
What?
Nothing.
If you only knew.
I was in here after I sent. Where did I send it? Did I send it? I did send it. After I send out the agenda. And like I said, I really don't want to do this today. It is just the weather.
But we will fly through it.
Yes, we will. It is going to go so quick and super fast.
Kina, you went in and out. What's going on?
Huh?
Your picture, like, it disappeared for a second?
Oh.
You were a little red person with a white outline.
I know it's not the camera because my laptop lid is closed, so it can't be that. Oh, it's 1 o'clock. Shoot.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Okay, so show participants. Anne, Karonda, Alex, Darlene, Deneen, Stephanie, Rachel. I see Anne again because she's on the phone and on Teams. And I see Anita. Why do I see Anne 3 times? Because she's the 803 number.
803
Okay.
number?
Isn't the 803 and the Anne?
Yep, it is.
Okay. Well, now I only see her 2. So she's on the phone and in Teams. And the only one who is not here today is Crystal because she is out sick. All right, ladies, good afternoon. Welcome to the May edition of Super Timekeeper Monthly.
It's good morning for two of them.
Oh, it is still 2 morning. It is still 2 morning for 2 of you. Well, good morning. Welcome. As you can see the wheels are off the bus already. So let's just get this train wreck moving. I did send out an agenda for a couple of items that we're going to go over. And one of them, oddly enough, is happening right now. Fact checking information. Rachel sent out that lovely little checklist. And this is what I had brought up briefly or touched on briefly during the call. That is the memo that I was talking about, that one payroll office had requested that before they use the COVID leave, that the supervisor and the employee had to sign and submit. I think it's a good idea. I really do. However, we follow the FSC, and as of now, the FSC guidance does not have a requirement for any additional forms to be filled out and submitted before the leave is approved. So we all in ITOPS follow the FSC. Yes, some of the other, some of the timesheets fall under servicing payroll stations. However, we all follow the guidance of the FSC. And as Stephanie had mentioned in an email that came out at 12:49 p.m. our time, OINT does not fall under station leadership. And based on the guidance that we have received from FAC about the OCH, CO leave or whatever, we follow their guidance as far as documentation is concerned. And right now, they are not requiring any additional forms to be submitted or filled out and submitted in order to use the COVID leave. Questions? So Rachel, it is a good point, and it really is a great form, because when it came out last week, I read it and I was like, this is really good. Unfortunately, that is a station requirement and not the FSC requirement. I would love for them all to sign that form and read it, because they will understand that yes, they will incur a debt.
You know what? Rather than having a form, I'm not about keeping track of extra paperwork.
And that's
it could be required just for them to type it in their leave request.
But and again, that's not a look. We can't even get them to put in the correct code in some of these.
I know. I hear you.
Yeah.
But yeah, if this were going to be put into place, it would make much better sense to me to just have it made part of the leave request, not some additional form to be tracked.
Yes. And we're not keeping those forms. I mean, that's not something for us to
well, we're not filling them out. We're not.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So it is additional paperwork.
That would be a station leadership thing, and we don't fall under station leadership.
Right. Right. So that whole tangent or whatever goes back into that fact checking information for number one. We get a lot of emails from a lot of different stations for payroll offices. Some of it is useful. And when I have found something that's general timekeeping, not just station specific, I have forwarded out and said, hey, this is good information for everyone to be aware of. Like there was one that came out last year or whatever about AWS codes. But some of them are station specific. They have go ahead.
Or they're just plain out wrong.
I was just about to
true.
Yep, and I was just about to say that they have gotten an email from the FSC, and then they've added or taken away part of the original message in order to fit their station.
Well, and not even just that, like poor Darlene, she sent that one out without checking, and those people were just flat out wrong. I mean, if you go check the OPM guidance, they're just wrong. Let me explain something to y'all. There's over 200 payroll stations out there. I was trained here at the Augusta payroll station. Then I went to Topeka and I started working on a nationwide level. And then from there, I went to DC where I started working on our migration to DFAS. And during our migration to DFAS, I learned that what you learn at a payroll station is just what that payroll station knows. I learned plenty of things that I had been taught wrong. And see, I had to make sure my knowledge was right before I went communicating it to DFAS. So a lot of these stations, they've been doing things like this forever because they each train each other and no one comes in and corrects them. So we got to be really careful when they send out guidance that we have the true policy and all to go with it before we share it out. Because yeah, these, believe me, it's so much that they have wrong oftentimes. And I'm not trying to, bad talk the payroll offices. Believe me, I have worked at quite a few and I just know how it is. I know what it's like out there. And they think they're doing right and they'll fight you on it too. They will swear they're right. But you can find the guidance. I had the FSC tell me they were right on something one time. And I knew darn well they were wrong. And I had to go to DC to HR, have payroll policy, tell them that they were wrong because they were trying to make my employees follow this guidance and they weren't going to get their night differential pay. Well, that wasn't about to happen. So, yeah, just make sure you're fact checking. And if you aren't sure, ask.
Yes. So please, before we, forward information that has come from a payroll office, make sure that we, one, read it in its entirety. If we have questions about it too, ask other supers, hey, did you see this? Hey, does this pertain to us? And go to OPM or go to the employee handbook and just do a little research before we send it out. A lot of the information that's coming out on COVID, a lot of the payroll offices are doing their reports that they're saying are mandatory, but those are not reports that we have been mandated by the FSC that are needed.
It's a local reporting, and anything that you can pull, a supervisor can pull.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Rachel? Rachel?
Yes, ma'am.
You had in your email your other concerns about the email thread you will save for the call. What other concerns?
Well, first, when I sent the memo, I probably didn't write the email well. Can't EUO require something additional even though FSC is not requiring it? Only because I just got off a call with an employee after I sent him the little chart showing what was going to happen with his pay because he wants leave reverted that he already received annual leave for.
Oh.
He wants to revert it. And so I was trying to explain to him, you're going to have a debt. His reply was, and then he called me, I don't get paid $78 an hour, so it doesn't apply to me. I sent him the whole chart. I was like, if you look at the bottom, no, it doesn't apply to me. I'm like, dude, come on. I'm trying to help you here.
And at that point, if they want to be
That's
hard-headed about it, if they want to be hard-headed about it, and if
I would make sure that their supervisor's on there, I would highlight those bullets because it's the bullets that make the difference where it says the pay is computed and it tells how it's computed. And then, say, okay, if you still wish to do it, get with your supervisor and whatever, let me know when the corrections are ready, when I need to do my corrections.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I replied with, and the supervisor's been on all this email, except this they're
So
kind of done with this employee. I
I
probably
don't
shouldn't know
see
that, but
EUO doing it only because it's another thing. You know
yeah,
how this is. It's
yeah.
another thing that the supervisors and area managers will have to do. And you know as well as I do that the station bulks at this. And so I don't see EUO having them do it.
Okay. The
For that
second,
simple, I mean, I understand where
yeah, I
you're
know.
coming from, but we have shared the information out. It's up to a supervisor from there to give the employee that guidance. And, I stressed it in my email to those supervisors that this would cause a debt and to please, review everything, and that it was basically a benefit for anyone that was about to face not getting any pay at all.
Right, and that's
That
what
is
I mean.
the
That's what I've
only
been telling them
place.
too.
Yeah.
But another thing on that email, which I could have interpreted wrong, so I read it really quickly and then I got annoyed. Um, if you scroll down, the area manager says, "Myself or my supervisors make no decisions regarding this type of leave."
What?
I'm
Say that
just
again?
yeah. Hold on. He said, "Myself or my supervisors do not make judgment calls on this leave guidance."
It's not a judgment call. And, see, and
I
that's
was about to say.
It's either you say
it's
yes, you
not
can, or no, you can't.
it's
Right?
it's yeah, it's not a judgment call. It's either you either leave your leave the way it is,
Or you
or
understand you will have your pay reduced.
exactly
I was
at,
like,
at a future date. It's either way. And if he gets with and his supervisor, since his supervisor has to revert the original leave request to pending, and then the employee changes the leave request, once he submits it, then he is fully aware that he may incur a debt.
well, this is because if you scroll all the way down, Dawn's asking saying she's going to need the override because this is what leave type, probably 4 or 5 for the childcare one,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they told her no. The payroll office says, please be advised that in week 1 of pay period 8, you must still account for the employee's full 8-hour pay.
And in that case, you need to
And
go to the
then,
FSC. They'll override it.
okay, because then she said, this is the guidance we received. And then it went to the area managers who said, basically, I'm not going to deal with this.
Yeah. These payroll offices, I'm telling you, they just don't always get it. In that case, when we cannot get a station to do an appropriate override, then we go to the FSC.
Okay. I'm going to send it to Dawn and tell her.
I mean, come on, it's the FSC guidance. These people are ridiculous.
Yeah. And I mean, we can't input the leave request because there's already a leave request there.
Correct.
So it has to be done in conjunction with the supervisor and the employee. The only thing we can do is after the leave is changed, open up the corrected time card and repost the card. However, after you have put everything in email, stressed the bullets, and then said to them, if you still wish for this to take place, even after I have notified you of what may, then your supervisor can revert the request pending. You can change the leave type, and then your supervisor has to reapprove it again. I would save that because once they do the system patch and that debt letter is generated, they're going to come back and ask, why do I have a debt? And just say, it. Here's the email where I told you that this would happen. So this is going to create a bigger headache down the road. We know that. When I read it the other day, I was like, this is opening up a can of worms that I really don't wish we had to open. But some people are not reading the entire thing. And they're like, oh, well, I can use 80 hours of this leave. Excuse me. And, I could just use 80 hours of this leave. But if they want to, keep beating their head up against that rock, then let them do it. Just let them do it. We can only make suggestions and provide them with the guidance. If they want to do something else, hey, let them do it. I hate to sound as though we're not providing good customer service or, being sympathetic to their needs. However, matter of fact, I just saw an email come to the super group about the same thing. Somebody had used annual leave and now they want to change the annual leave from annual leave to the new COVID leave.
The one from Brzezinski that I just responded to.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna get a lot of those.
I'm gonna go back out to the supervisors and reiterate about the debt. Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Rachel, did we answer all of your questions?
Yeah, that was the only thing I was worried about. I mean, I probably interpreted what he said wrong, but I mean, they're still the approving authority for this leave.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it has to
Yeah.
they task. I mean,
Right.
yeah.
So, I mean, I read it like I'm not doing anything with it because I'm wondering, you know what I mean? Because some of these guys are, well, this has to go to payroll. I'm like, no, it doesn't. I had one of those yesterday. I'm like, why would you send this to payroll? To get approved? No.
Yeah, no. The leave request has to
It
be
doesn't say that anywhere.
I know.
Yeah.
But
Go ahead.
I know. No, I was gonna say, but they all listen to the payroll offices and they don't listen to us. Just like I constantly have one station every like tomorrow I'll get the email, your time cards aren't done. Dude, I'm not doing them until Friday or Thursday afternoon. And this is
now
coming
I
from the
have
supervisor and I said,
tried-
as a reminder.
And
But-
I've even put that out to all of them. You know what? I'll take care of that. I'm still trying to get the FSC to put something out there, blanket, that OINT is a centralized thing, and they will make sure that timesheets are in Friday before close of business. And what's the other thing that I keep to take one form of training from us and not to have these different payroll offices requiring different things.
I
Yeah,
just thought of another question. Sorry.
Not a problem.
When we're sending after these DOAs we're doing for the temps get signed and we're sending them to FSC, they're not going to come back and want certificates for all of these people, are they?
No, because
All
no,
of these supervisors aren't in
FSC
103.
never requires certificates.
Oh, I've gotten emails asking me for certificates for training from
Really?
Oh, yes,
FSC.
they do.
Yes, they have.
Yes,
I
they,
have never had them ask them for them, and I
Yeah.
never sent them.
they
Yeah,
do.
actually, yeah, I had one for actually 103, the DBO office, added two, and I got a IM from someone at FSC. I need these two certificates.
I think it depends on who's working the ticket.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, if they ask you for it, just say no. These are the DOAs for the COVID new hires what's the lady's name? She always does mine. What is her name?
Working on this for us.
Is it Karen?
Yes, Browning.
Yes.
She's doing
Yes,
this for
she's
us.
great. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
And
she
just say-
never requires a form from me.
Yeah. And just say, if they come back and say, nope, these are the DOAs for the COVID new hire that Karen Browning is aware of. Please process as normal. But no, they're not supposed to be giving us pushback for these things. Any type of pushback for these things. Because Stephanie has contacted the FSC and they have established, they not notified, but they identified a block of TLs that they had just sitting there that were empty, unassigned to anybody. So that's what they're supposed to be giving us. All right. So did we answer your question, Rachel?
Yeah, I'm done now.
I didn't mean that. I just wanted to make sure that we got everything, we covered everything, because everything that we've talked about has gone into section 1. And I do see Darlene, or not section 1, but item 1 on the agenda. And Darlene, do employees have to exhaust their leave before they request the ESLFA? I don't believe so. I don't think I read that in the guidance.
What was that?
Do the employees have to exhaust their leave
No.
before they?
No.
Okay.
Though
Yeah.
there really, to me, is no reason that they should use this if they have their own leave. Otherwise, they will get less pay.
Yep. Okay. So that's number 1. Number 2, review of the latest staff numbers. Okay. So I did the updated staff count last week, and I sent it out to everyone. And there are still quite a few that either Jackie needs to be removed from or Karanda needs to be added. There's one that Stephanie needs to be added as a backup timekeeper.
Shocking.
All in all, there's like 122 items that either Karanda needs to be added, Stephanie needs to be added, Jackie needs to be removed, or what have you, or just need to update the backup timekeepers listed. Okay. So please take a look at those. It is the 42920 tab, which is all the way at the bottom. I think we really need to do a new spreadsheet without all those darn tabs on it. But so please make sure that you review those numbers, and if there's anything that's noted, please review it. Review the DOA listings. If I'm wrong, just say, hey, Keena, this is already updated. She's already up there. If not, please add Karanda, add Stephanie, one where Sherry needed to be removed, but I saw Darlene, she hit that yesterday as a backup timekeeper. It was an old one. And remember Jackie as you're doing these, okay? Any questions on item number 2? All right. Item number 3, the WNFE. Which is the work number verification of employment. I used to be able to, huh?
You know what? I have been talking this whole meeting, and you haven't heard a thing I said.
No, we've heard you.
Well, why was I on mute?
I don't know.
Somebody muted me.
We heard you.
Do you want me to speak to this work life for everyone?
Yes, please.
I mean, work number for everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I don't know if y'all are aware. Some of you, I know payroll people are. There, a long time ago, stations stopped doing employment verifications for employees, and the VA, oh, actually, I think the whole government uses the work number for everyone. We had a question about it yesterday, and I have some guidance from when I was in payroll. So I have posted that to our out-facing page that the supervisors and all have access to. So anytime so if you go to that page, not the timekeepers page, but the one that's the external page. So like when you're on our SharePoint, it's the very top link on the right that says home. Home is our external page, okay? And then if you scroll down on the right, there's a documents, and you'll see the work number for verification of employment. And I don't know if they call it work number for everyone anymore, but that document the link can be sent to people who ask you where they go for employment verification. And it has the instructions in there of what they need to do to get the employment verification, or to communicate the information to their lender so that the lender can get the employment verification. Any questions? Okie doke.
There used to be a link. It used to be a website, an internal VA website. They used to have that information, and I have, for the life of me, cannot find it.
I think work-life benefits had something at one time.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. But I don't
and
know where it is either.
yeah. For some reason, I can't find it. I don't know if they discontinued the page. And then when I did type it in on the, um, oh, here's an old one. It's old, 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 old. I don't even know if you could still get to this thing. Copy. Paste. I don't even know if you could still get to it. But that is something old that I had for the work number. And when you go to it now, it takes you to an Equifax page. When you click on the link and in there, it takes you to an Equifax page. So I don't know if that is still the same
But
or
it
what.
does say work number in the URL.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So that's something really old. Why do you keep clicking on it, idiot? That I had, but I'm not sure if that's something that they still do, or we have a link to it on the work life and benefits page. Okay. Any questions about that one? All right. So now it's time for my favorite part of the day, or for the favorite part of our meeting, the district check-ins. Yay! Nobody else is excited? Okay, that's fine. Show participants. We're going to start from the bottom down. Miss Karonda. Miss Karonda.
Yay, I'm up first.
Yes,
Hi.
ma'am.
Hi.
Hi. I don't have anything except for I am working on cleaning up the DOA SharePoint. And so I'm just making sure that everything is matching in each district for signing and unsigning. And I am noticing that there are a lot of missing items. So I will be getting with everybody to make sure that we have everything up to par on the website, on the SharePoint. And
Okay.
that's it.
Okay. And all of and I should have asked Stephanie this because I don't know why I don't start with her, but I'll get to her when I get to the G's. For the COVID DOAs, all of them have been submitted. Have we gotten all of those signed and returned back?
I have District 3 returned and signed back. I am, because we had agreed initially not to put the date in there, I am putting the dates in there now. Oh, y'all, my emergency thing going off. I'm sorry. Um, I had, I'm putting the dates in there now. I have like 5 left to put the dates on, and then Ann is going to upload to the portal.
Okay, cool beans.
Okay.
Well, thank you for everything that you're doing,
Thank you, ma'am.
and I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too.
Alex Burton. You
Yes.
knock knock.
Who is it? I
Sure.
hear. I was wondering, waiting to see what you were going to say.
I know. I'm trying to think of something smart to say for each person, but I'm trying to be professional. But I think professional left the building a long time ago. So, Miss Burton, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I am also adding the dates because once the temporary COVID DOAs were done, then I got the email to add the dates. I've been doing that this morning, and I am done and will be submitting for signature like in the next 15 minutes or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
How is District 1 holding up?
District 1 is actually doing okay these last couple of weeks. They still revert backwards sometimes, but I think that everybody is pretty much on the same page-ish, and that they're consistent. They have actually been doing pretty well with signing and putting the codes for their premium pay. When I run the reports, I haven't seen actually, I didn't find one that hadn't been done. They've been catching them themselves, at least from my end. From the other timekeepers end, they seem to be keeping on top of it for the most part as well, with the help, thank you, of Karanda sometimes, and you too, Kina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's been going pretty well.
Okay, cool. I remember that when we used to
Fight, fight,
about
fight,
this.
fight.
Yeah, fight about District 1. Okay, cool. I'm happy to
It's
hear that.
how long has it been? Has it been 6 months? Yeah, it's been 6 months. So maybe that's the turning point. I think they get
Yay.
happy when there's more overtime to work. I think they fall in line. They get happy.
Yay. Come on through, D1.
Because I was just about to ask, has it been a year yet? It hasn't been a year yet
No,
since we've
not
gotten them.
even. Not even.
Okay, okay. See, there's hope for everybody.
There is. Thank you, Jesus.
All right, as always, I thank you and I appreciate everything that you do.
Thank you, you and the rest of the team, and especially Stephanie and you. You guys are awesome.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Miss Fordyce, Darlene.
I'm not gonna say too much because you already know my situation, but
Yes, ma'am.
I'm okay. I'm working with D5. I'll be uploading those to FSC to get those addressed. Um, Still having a little bit of issues with people putting that OCHCO code in there. Whenever I want to shake them, but I can't make them do it. But other than that, things are going okay.
Okay. Okay, good. You take care of you. I
Thank
do
you.
appreciate everything that you do, and it'll get better. It will. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetie. Miss Foster, knock a knock. Denise,
Hello.
I got a Pepsi for you.
I got one right here. I got one. Thank you. Thanks everyone for all their help. I think D3 is going okay. I look forward to the day when I can just be chipper about giving a report. It's coming. There is hope. It's not here yet. But anyways, I'm having some employees asking about like the one Stephanie just responded to, this Joe Berzaniski or whatever. And I know I have some issues with Hines with the COVID leave, employees wanting to revert their leave and trying to get Sanjay to understand that process. So I have some that I'm working on with that, as well as working with Jennifer, understanding the new delegation process. I guess we've been trying to help each other understand it. So I'll get back on my D3s once. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say right there. Mhm. The issues with my Citrix, the help desk told me that it was something wrong with my Citrix account. I don't know what. They closed the ticket saying it was resolved. It is not resolved. I still cannot copy and paste. The issues with the internet provider locally here was resolved over the weekend, and I was able to log on and put my out of office on, but I still can't copy and paste like from VTAS to justification or whatever. I still have to use Chrome as long as it's up. So I'm still experiencing some issues with that. But other than that, it's okay.
You can't copy and paste like when you're in Internet Explorer. You just can't highlight it and then hit Control
Right.
C and
Right.
then go back to
I
the
have
other
the
one.
snippet. Right. I cannot. That's changed, I guess, sometime last week. So we've just been trying to do some workarounds with it. So I actually put the help. I was waiting till the local issues resolved with the internet. Why it would drop the call when I was on with Stephanie last week on Thursday. Then it went totally down. And so that was resolved. And now I have a ticket in, but they closed it twice. And so I went back in again this morning saying this has not been resolved. Please assist or whatever. So I'm trying to get in touch with the guy that was local here that was assigned to the field office. And I haven't been able to get in touch with Ron yet to see if he can, somebody gave me his direct extension. I haven't been able to get in touch with them. So I don't know if I have to go to the office to actually be on the inside of the network. I don't know. They did that before when I first started teleworking. So I don't know how we'll resolve that one.
Okay. Okay.
But other than that, I'm good.
Okay. Okay. Well, keep us informed about the ticket because
Okay.
I mean the copy and paste function should not be um I mean that's it's just a basic function, so it should not be, you know, due to your Citrix account or whatever. I mean, that just sounds like bull to me.
It
But
was. And
I'm
that's
not
what
a
the guy said. He couldn't even, because he was on Skype, I could not even share screen to show him what I was doing because I told him we're in MS Teams
mm-hmm.
and he could not even, I'm like, okay, so why are you even on the help desk? But anyway, so I'll follow back over there, but I just had to leave it because I was getting further behind.
Okay.
So I just been using Chrome when I could.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And I like Chrome better than I like IE. Everything works in Chrome for me. So
Mm-hmm.
I like it better than I like IE anyway. So okay. Miss Gibney, Giboni.
Haven't I talked enough? What?
Did you want to give a check-in?
No.
Okay.
No, I
Alright, go.
can. I'm on a call, baby.
Okay.
I'm sorry, that was my son. um, so we did submit. Let me take a step back. I told you that we had 3 positions approved for the COVID hires. Well, they were not officially approved, even though I was told they were at the time I told you that. So the official approval, once it came through, had stipulations. One, all the COVID hires have to only do COVID term employees. They cannot keep time for regular employees. What's that mean for us? It means some supervisors will have more than one timekeeper they have to deal with. I did not want that, but not a whole lot I can do about it. Another stipulation is I will bring one on at a time. Once that person reaches about 190, 200, then we will bring the next one on. And that's the way it'll go for those 3. Now, there are some COVID people who will be put into 103 stations, TLs like ECO, EUO, the ESO folks, and EUO business office, which is Laverne and Tanya, and SD. And did I already say ECO? I think I did.
Yeah.
And S&P. So Kina and I have taken a look at the numbers, and we are making some adjustments for that. We want to go ahead and get the adjustments made now so that we are prepared when these people start coming on board. So there will be some COVID hires in other TLs. They will all be 103 TLs, of course, and we are we're adding a column so that we can start keeping track of whenever a COVID hire ends up in one of our regular TLs. So last week when I got the approval, I was told to submit the resume I had. I did. However, it's been sitting there, even though I follow up on it regularly, because as I found out today, it appears the committee that approves this still has not notified HCM, Human Capital Management. So I'm still dead in the water, not able to hire this person. And that's where we stand with it. So thankfully, we haven't had any employees come on other than that one in ECO that I'm aware of. Are y'all aware of any that I haven't been told of?
I'm not.
Okay. But I also found out something today, and I didn't want to bring it up on the other call because it just might have brought all kinds of questions from certain people that I didn't want to hear. So remember the memo about this overtime from March 27th, I think, forward, or could only be COVID related, that came from Jack Galvin's office? Well, the reason he put that out is because any non-related COVID work should be being done by these COVID hires. But like I said on the call this morning, they haven't hired them yet. So of course there's going to be other types of overtime. So hopefully Renee McDonald will bring that back to Jack and they will get their heads right. That's not really what I want to say, but I know this is being recorded. Because that is the reason districts are not being allowed any other overtime. The temp people are supposed to be doing it. Those temp people that haven't been brought on board yet. So, as I said, we keep posting it as COVID. It is up to the supervisors in the EUO business office to handle whatever happens to them. We are not the police for overtime. We can't be. I think that's all I had. Any questions, comments?
So, just for me, because this is the first time I'm hearing of this part. So the temp COVID people are supposed to be doing, say, the server blew up and they had to come in and fix it, right?
There's going to be stuff that happens at night. You and I both know that. You don't want to get me into that.
I know, but it's just.
So this is the thing. This is why it was brought up on the call. Because Jack sent out this memo, and in the memo it says anything not COVID related had to have his approval. But he didn't give a process for that.
Where did the memo? Okay, let's back up a step.
We never got the original memo. All I got was that little snippet that Natasha sent us.
Okay. Because that was one of the issues from last week, is because we never saw the memo.
No.
Okay. So are they going to get a better process in place for getting Jack?
Renee's supposed to talk to him about that.
Okay.
I don't know if you know Renee. Oh, yeah, you do.
I know Renee. I know.
So you know how that goes.
Yes. Okay.
I'm not trying to be ugly.
No, I mean,
I'm just trying to let y'all know what's going on.
It's like a cart and horse thing, that
Oh,
cart
I know.
way before the horse.
Who has their camera on?
Denise. I love how it tells people's names. But yeah, that's her camera that's on and it's fuzzy. So
it's like it's probably closed.
Yeah, it's like it is closed. Like her laptop is closed, but her camera is still on.
That's funny. Yeah, that's all I have.
That's very interesting. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. I can't think of anything else right now.
Okay. Miss Rachel.
Okay, I have another question. Okay, this might be a dumb question and my brain is probably just not processing properly. Okay, so the DOAs that we are doing right now, the people that are placed into these DOAs, are they going to be ours and our timekeepers for our district? Or are they going to be going to a new timekeeper?
Okay. So right now we need to get the
Set up. I got that.
TL
part.
set up. Right. So right now they have whoever's on them is on them. Okay.
Right.
So this is the real sucky part. You know, they're not going to like.
We're going to have to
bring
update
on-
them again, aren't we?
Oh,
Of course we are.
Um,
However, it won't be all at one time, and it will be multiple times. And let me explain why. Who's laughing?
so sorry I asked.
I am. No, because it just hit me. Because it just hit me with Rachel's question, and I was like,
Oh, I've known this. I've known it. I had it all in my head of what's going to happen. So, the hope is, of course, that we hire Dorothy. And Dorothy will get the first 200 people. Well, you know, those 200 people aren't going to be all nice and neat, like them bringing all the ones over for Dallas and all the ones over for Chicago and so on and so forth. No, it's not going to be like that. They're going to pepper them. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
One here, one there, one here, one there. So Dorothy's going to end up with tons of TLs to start with to make up that numbers as they keep piling up. Then once she gets to 200, or I really want to do it before. I see fingers now. Does she not hear us? Deneen. She must not hear us. Once we bring on that other person, it's going to have to be before 200. I'm thinking like 180, 190, because they're supposed to bring on 75 a pay period. So I figure within 3 pay periods, I need to start the process to bring on the next person. But then at that point, we're going to have to do changes again and split these up some, because they're going to keep bringing people on, and these other TLs, they're all assigned to the first timekeeper. But there's nothing we can do. It's just going to be a monster. At least it'll only be the primary that we're changing. And 1 document instead of 2.
Oh. And the funny thing is,
it's not funny. I don't care.
Well, no. I know. It really isn't. It really isn't. But and Stephanie and I have had this conversation before, Rachel. When they first said that they were bringing on all these people, I automatically assumed that, okay, it's just going to be medical staff. It wouldn't affect us. Went totally over my head. Then when Stephanie said, oh no, we're getting them, I was like, okay, fine. They will just feed into whatever TLs we already have. Then when she came to me and was like, oh no, they're all going into Station 103, I was like, that's going to be a mess. And then when you just said again, Rachel, hey, we're going to have to update all of these to put the new timekeepers in, that part just totally escaped me.
Oh, yeah, I knew it, but it is what it is. What else are we going to do? We have to get these set up.
Yeah.
Because worst case scenario, who knows? Somebody might pop in there before we even have the COVID timekeeper.
True.
Right?
Very true. I didn't think about that part. I really honestly didn't. That's why I was laughing. No. Thank you for bringing it up, because it escaped me. It really did escape me that, oh, we're going to have to go back and update all these again to add the new timekeeper.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Just totally escaped.
No. Yeah. Welcome.
Rachel, you have any more questions? You're full of good questions today. I'm serious. And I'm not being facetious when I say that. But, I mean, seriously, these are good questions. Thank you.
I'm not asking anymore ever again.
I have a question for Rachel.
Yeah.
Has Chris Nagy given any pushback on how we're doing things?
I haven't heard from him. I'm actually a little worried about him.
Because
he's been taking a lot of leave.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think he's fine. He did some DOA requests through the Leaf last week.
I didn't see any.
let's see. Monday, 5/4. He asked a question. It has an exclamation mark. Have the TLs been created in VTAS for all of our temp positions? Oh, none of you are on this. You gotta
I
love
was
it.
going to say, I'm not on
The
that.
reason
I was about to say,
I
wait.
ask is when I go into VTAS, I'm not seeing any of them. If they were set up, I should have visibility. Yeah, you should.
Well, he's got to
Uh,
sign them first. Well, and I'm actually almost done putting the names on them. Yeah, see, the only DOA requests I see in my little thingy are D3. I don't see any D2s
What are you talking about?
in the Leaf portal. The DOA processing.
Chris
did 'em
had some
already.
in there, but
Mhm.
Karanda took care of them.
Yeah, I did them last week.
Oh, now, okay, they're not in my inbox, but I can see them when I open them.
Maybe because they're done.
Yeah, because it's done.
Well,
That's
this one's, okay, well, these ones I'm looking at saying not submitted.
Oh, well, those won't show up until they're submitted.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to email them and ask them what the fart they're doing.
Who's Richmond? Is that D1? Well, Karanda, did you send those emails like we discussed earlier?
no, because I have been flattening D3 and getting them ready for
So you've
and
been
laughing
flattening.
and laughing at myself while I'm doing it because this is a very slow process.
Sorry.
You didn't tell me it was gonna be like this slow.
Maybe it's the user.
Oh, okay, Lil, let's go there.
Messing with you.
I have only one left, so I think I did pretty good.
And you all have a copy of the message to send to the signers, right? For these hybrid. I don't know why that word keeps coming in my head. COVID DOAs. Shake your hand, something.
Yes, we
Yes.
do.
Okay. All right. I responded to Chris and included y'all on it. Okay.
Okay, hold on. Deneen is having serious computer issues. She has to reboot, so she is dropping out of the meeting. She sent me a text and then she called me and she said she could hear us. She was trying to move her cord and she was putting her finger over the camera in order so that we wouldn't see her. But now her entire screen is frozen, so she has to reboot. So she's going to drop out
Yeah,
of the
I
meeting.
told you I saw her fingers.
Okay, did we finish with Rachel?
Yeah, I'm done. I actually already sent Chris an email, but now I have to go through and add the dates.
Okay,
I sent him one yesterday.
okay, cool beans. Well, thank you. And I don't think I said this to Deneen, but I don't think she's listening. But thank you for everything that you do, and I do appreciate you. Okay,
Thank you. You guys too.
I do
Everybody. Thanks.
Miss Ann, Miss Ann.
I'm coming. Hold on. I have to
What?
put myself too.
Why is she not
I
being
quit.
loud? She's
I'm
loud
done.
any other time.
What?
Hey, don't pick on my friend.
Oh,
Look,
come
Yes,
on.
you
You know
should.
the truth.
I love Miss Ann.
Yeah, because Miss Ann is insane.
She has that loud Italian voice. So her little quiet self,
No, this isn't the real me. I haven't seen that. I have no idea. I don't. If whatever I had is gone out of the head. So nothing. I'm just sitting here doing what I'm supposed to do.
Okay,
And,
how are your ECO and your SDs?
oh God. Try to get them to do anything, I have to nag them, but I'm good at that. So they're used to me sending them email after email after email.
she is.
But they're done. So they know I nag them, so they don't care. I told them they got about another year, and then I'm out of here.
You're not going anywhere.
Oh, yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am.
Give me a date.
I'm sorry?
Give me a date.
Well, as soon as I can have enough nerve to look at TSP.
See, he isn't going anywhere.
Don't
I will,
let them
no,
trick you, Ann.
no, I will not be here December 31st, 2021. Okay. Next month, ladies, I'm going to be 75. It's time for me to say goodbye. So, but I'll go to 76, but that's it. I'm done. My birthday's next month, everybody. So
Yeah,
you can
we'll
always
see.
happy birthday. Here we go. She says that to me all the time. No, everything is going good so far. I bug the people I need to bug that know it all. And believe me, you have no idea how much I appreciate it. Oh, when I need to have something answered. Tina, you know I'm a Tina, but you are very kind and patient. I told you should be a school teacher. 'Cause you are.
No, oh
You have
no,
patience.
no, I
You
don't
have
have the
patience.
patience. I don't have
Yeah,
the patience. And you are not a PETA. You really are not a PETA.
and Karanda, my right arm. And no, you guys are just great because I do have a lot of questions because I'll be honest with you, I doubt myself. And I always have to have somebody that's saying it's right, and then I feel better. If it's wrong, I know it's wrong. But I have to have that little extra that I'm afraid to step forward, and I've always been like that. Definitely don't say anything because I see you blinking over here on my screen, so I know you're going to say something. And that's all. Everything is going okay so far. I'm waiting to do the DOAs to put them on the portal. I love that job. And that's it, ladies. And I appreciate you very much. You are there for me all the time. You guys are there for me. And when I have a question with any of you, you are right there with answers. And
Aw. See, we love and appreciate you too, Miss Ann. And yeah, if any of you all have any DOAs that need to be uploaded to the FSC portal, get with Miss Ann. She loves that. Oh, she
I
loves
like,
doing
yes,
that.
I do. I do. I have to admit, I do. And I have my little book over here. I write them all down so I know. So we'll know, when they were sent, when they came back. I always keep my little book besides keeping them on, in the computer. So that's all I have, ladies.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Miss Ann.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you and thank you for everything that you do.
Yes, I'm annoying, I know, but that's okay. Love you guys.
And from one of the ladies that I hear from, is two ladies that I very rarely hear from. One of them is Rachel, and the other one is Miss Anita.
I'm here. Well, congratulations to Anne on 75 years. You must be a really strong person. I'm glad to hear that you're still working and doing well. So, as for D4, everything looks fine here. All the DOAs for the temporary TLs were completed, and they do have 4 new employees, regular employees, coming in this pay period, and so far 3 of them are showing up. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, they may have one employee in District 5 from West LA that might be using the new leave, the EPSLA. I think they're waiting to go through all the regular leave and see how that they're doing before they start applying it to the timesheet.
Okay. Okay. Just as like we've said, just make sure that they're aware that, using this leave, the employee may incur a debt that will, letters will be generated once the system is updated and, the debt is owed. And there is no waiver for trying to get that debt to be taken away, or forgiven.
Yeah, they're aware that there's a different pay rate when it
Okay.
comes to using those hours.
Okay. Okay. Well, good. Well, good. She always gives the quickest updates. And I rarely hear from her. All righty. Well, thank you so much, Miss Anita. As always, we appreciate you. I do appreciate. I appreciate all of you. I really do. As I have said time and time again, you all are an awesome group to work with. I mean, seriously, I I, I enjoy working with each and every one of you. I really do. I really do. All right. So that's the district check-in. Are there any questions? No questions? Stephanie, you have any questions or anything else you want to add before we call this a call?
Nah.
All right, ladies. Well, we're going to go on and end it there. As always, and I know you guys are probably sick of hearing me say this, but I really do appreciate all of you. And I really do enjoy working with all of you. I mean, you all are all awesome. And I am so glad that that we are all on the same team. I really am. You guys make coming to work enjoyable. You really do. So, with that being said, we're going to go on and call it a call. I wish all of you happiness, health, and sanity in this trying time. I know it's just a mess. It really is, but it will get better. Okay.
Only 3 more days of school here.
Yeah, for you people who have kids, I don't know how you're doing it, but y'all are
They
doing
cut
it.
the school year short, and I'm actually glad because it's more work trying to get them to do their schoolwork than if they're just home for the summer. You know what I
I'm
mean?
not having that problem, and we have 2.5 weeks to go.
Well, aren't you
But
fortunate?
I'm gonna send them to you when school is out. So aren't you fortunate?
My little people would probably love that. They love company.
So who's the fortunate one now?
The
Well, look,
little people.
I'm fortunate. All I have is a dog. So
Hey,
hey,
I keep trying to get her to take Christian. She won't do it.
hey,
uh,
I got enough of them to spread around, so you can
nope,
get some too.
kids coming this way.
Y'all are
Yeah,
so funny.
dodged that bullet years ago.
Okay, well,
All right, ladies,
Hasta
you
la vista.
have a
have a
wonderful
good week,
day.
people.
Have a
Talk
good
to y'all
week.
later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
And stop recording. Stop recording.